So do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello. Yes, I'm a 69-year-old ex-teacher living in West London at the moment.
And what vaccine did you have?
I had the Pfizer vaccine 3 weeks ago.
How did you feel the vaccination process went?
It was very efficient and very smooth. Had to queue up outside the venue. They were called into a receptionist that gave 2 sheets of paper, one with my personal details, sort of name, date of birth, other bits and bobs, and the other was symptoms that you might expect afterwards, possibly side effects. So then you were moved into a waiting room where you're all socially distanced, and then you sat down and read it, and eventually you were called in to the main hall. The whole process was extremely efficient. You were moved into a booth, and it so happened that it was the practice nurse from my own GP surgery that was doing the jab. So that made life a lot more interesting and easy. So the whole process was very straightforward and very efficient.
And how did you feel after the jab?
Well, initially, you have to sit there for 15 minutes to make sure there aren't any immediate side effects. So the only problem I had a slightly tingling tongue. The sheet that has the different side effects tells you the chances of getting them, as in 1 in 10 people, 100, 1,000, so forth. So it does give you some sort of idea of the likelihood of you getting some sort of side effects. But I had no effects actually at the site of the inoculation, and no after effects, barring that first tingling tongue, really.
Why did you get vaccinated, and why would you encourage other people to get vaccinated?
Well, I did it really for 3 reasons. The first one was to protect myself and my family, obviously, from COVID-19, and to reduce the chance of spreading the virus in the community if I was asymptomatic, for instance. Of course, I wouldn't go anywhere if I had any sort of symptoms. And thirdly, I'd heard some information about folks that have been asymptomatic, I think, but they've had the virus for a period of time. And of course, that allows the virus to mutate. And advise absolutely everybody to go for it, because we've got to try and beat this thing one way or another. And I think that if the more people that do have the jab, the better.
Do you have anything else to sort of say about vaccination?
I think the chances are that this could well end up as being maybe an annual vaccination, a bit like the flu vaccination. So, and they can sort of tinker with it according to the vested variants that have turned up.
Thank you for agreeing to be interviewed.
It's a pleasure.